Suicide. A word which is very easy to pronounce, yet when you talk in this subject, you know, it is really complex to talk on. And while at the same time, guys, that today when I was about to leave and go out and explore some new location, but at the same time I didn't felt like going out because early in the morning I received a news that someone from my college who recently graduated committed suicide. And it really irked me, and it didn't irk me because he was someone really close to me, and I'm not talking about him in today's video. I'm in general talking about suicide and mental health awareness, because as a content creator I feel this responsibility that along with showing all those special highlights of my life, sometimes I should talk about these health issues, because there are a lot of people out there who are struggling, and when they watch this kind of content they think that they are the only one. But no guys, we all have our own struggle. And along with that, coming back to the topic, guys, when I heard this news, it irked me, not because he was a close friend of mine, but because I felt it that how can I this question came to me time and again: how can someone take his own life? What is this driving force that drives them crazy to take their own life? Because it's just strange. If in this case he would have died because of some accident or some other natural cause, I would have understood and accepted it as a way of life. But no guys, he took his own life. So I was whole day thinking about this subject, and then I researched on it, and when I read that in one single year 800,000 people lose their life because they commit suicide, I was just taken aback, because that's something really strange. And out of that 135,000 people are from India. So there's a serious problem, guys, and we need to address it. And when I researched what are the major reasons behind people committing suicide, and the major reasons are related to mental health issues. And guys, and along with that I read this special quote: the suicide survivors were inquired why they wanted to take their own life, and the most general answer was in this context that they didn't wanted to die, but they weren't able to live that miserable life. And that is something that's a big problem, that people are not willing to seek help. And along with that, there are also a lot of people who don't understand, who don't empathize with people who are going through depression or who are going through some psychotic illness. And because of this lack of awareness of mental health, there's a lot of problem in our society. And that's why I thought maybe I should make a video. So if you listening out there are going through some tremendous mental issue, I would say that please go out there and seek some clinical help. Talk to your parents, talk to your family members, and discuss it openly. There's no shame about it, guys. Please, I beg you, because guys, your life is precious to you. And along with that, I just want to say this, that all the parents out there, please just don't ignore the cry of help that your child is giving you, because you just are not noticing that he or she might be suffering from a really hard mental health issue, and you need to address that before the time runs out. So this was today's video, and apart from that, feel free to write down in the comment section below. And in the end, I just want to say this, that guys, your life is really precious. I just want to say it again, because you might not have noticed. Please zoom in. Your life is really precious. Take care of it, and these hard times will pass. You will endure it. I hope all the people out there who just wanted this little small message got it. and then just ask for help, because asking for help is not an act of cowardice, but it is an act of bravery. And with this, the video ends here. I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog, where we will explore a lot of other places of Kashmir. So bye for now.
I think there are times when people are so depressed that there isn't anything that anyone can do. You know, and the depressed person thinks, and this is probably the worst part of it, the depressed person thinks, everywhere I look, it's nothing but catastrophe. And I can't see any way out of it. I can't see any path forward whatsoever. And then they think as well, and maybe it's the combination of these two thoughts that really make people suicidal. It's like, it's hopeless. It isn't going to get any better. No matter where I turn, there's no escape. The suffering is unbearable. And I'm absolutely no use whatsoever to anyone. It would be better for everyone if I was just gone, because if I'm not so much of a burden now that it's going to destroy their life, then I'm going to be that much of a burden in the future. And so it's hard to imagine what that's like for people, but it's dreadful. And there's lots of ways you get there. And so you can listen to people. You can desperately encourage them to seek the help they need. You know, like I've seen antidepressants work miracles on very, very many people. Now, they don't work for everyone, and they're not a panacea, but, you know, they have side effects and all of that. But one of the side effects of untreated depression is that you kill yourself, and there is no recovery from that. And the probability is actually rather high. So you can go to war with them about antidepressants. If the person can't get out of their depression and they're suicidal, it's like, what do they have to lose? 1 month on antidepressants. They'll know. Well, they might have to experiment longer, because it would depend on, you know, some people respond better to some classes of antidepressants than the others. It's worth having a war with someone if they're in dire straits and they won't do everything they can to get better. ECT works, electroconvulsive therapy works for intractable depression. It's a terrible thing to contemplate, but the modern versions of ECT aren't. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. And again, it's like there's no coming back from death. So, look, it isn't clear. You can't rescue everyone. People get sick and they die. And sometimes the way they die looks like it's depression. Depression is a multifaceted phenomenon. You can be there for them. You can listen. You can watch. You can intervene. You can try to understand. You can hold them accountable. You can do all of those things. But everyone has their own destiny, you know, and you're not omnipotent. And so sometimes a catastrophe occurs, like your daughter's. And then you should try to drag the least amount of misery forward that you can. Once you recover from your grief.